Welcome to the show that'll keep you from falling behind during the week. The Friday Ketchup with the hostess with no ghostess, Belinda. Friday Ketchup is brought to you by the ParaQuest Radio Network.
Hi, Jackie.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
It's Friday again. You get to listen to us one more time. But the good news is today is a perfect way to start into the weekend, and it's Doctor Who weekend again.
Yeah, for you. It's not fair.
You'll get it next weekend.
Yeah, and I'll actually be home next weekend, so that's good. You know.
I don't know if I'll be home or not.
Oh, well. We'll see.
But I may just have to shove people away. I'm going to lock myself into a room and hog a TV, because I am going to watch Doctor Who. I've been waiting so long for this.
Well, it has been a while.
I don't even remember how long it's been now. When was the last one?
I don't know. But my daughter's just about finished watching the DVDs of like the first half season. So, you know, the cliffhanger will be probably the night before. So, if not, she'll probably time it so that it'll finish and then the new one will start, and then it'll be like there was no gap at all.
Lucky.
Yeah. See, my
Meanwhile, the rest of the Doctor Who world is going, ah!
Yeah, everybody else is sitting there going, why so long? Don't do that again.
Yeah. They're talking about, they're talking about what they're going to do for 2012, and then moving on very quickly to what they're going to do for 2013. So no one's really entirely sure what's going to happen next season, but we're hoping, all of us are seriously hoping that there is no break like this one, because I don't think any of us can handle that twice.
Yeah, and there were rumours in the Australian tabloids here that Amelia won't be joining us for next season.
See, I heard that she was confirmed for next season, but I don't think she's confirmed for the entire season.
See, I reckon the Australian media are full of it. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, there is one other thing you have to look forward to.
What's that?
It is rumored that one of the episodes is basically going to be full of nightmare sequences and stuff like that, which involves flashbacks, which we will get to see long-lost companions such as Rose Tyler, Donna Noble, Martha Jones. We'll also be able to see the Daleks again.
Ew. See, Dalek's good, Nightmare's bad.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, then again, if you have a nightmare about a Dalek, I could see that being pretty frightening.
Yeah, I used to, don't know more. But hey, you know what? You get to spend the night with the Doctor Who episode. I am going to a mini sci-fi convention at a local library, and I'm going to go and pat the TARDIS. So nah.
I want to go to a sci-fi convention. I am just geeky enough to where I would actually find that pretty cool. And then I told my friend Janie, which she probably won't be listening, but I'm going to give her a shout out anyway because she will be listening to the YouTube clip, which you all should,
Yes.
by the way. But she told me, or I promised her that if we ever got together long enough, I would let her tie me to a chair. And now, before you get perverted, let me finish. I would let her tie me to a chair and make me watch all of Star Wars. So, yeah.
Star Wars isn't that bad.
I don't like Star Wars. I never have. I've never gotten into it and all this, but I think it's because I just didn't want to be known as a Star Wars geek. But once you kind of get into Doctor Who, beyond that point,
Yeah.
kind of, yeah.
It's a slippery
You
slope.
might as well give the other sci-fi shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Star Trek, that is a whole nother kettle of fish.
Kettle of fish.
Yeah. That's just completely different. Star Trek, that would be like the ultimate punishment for me, would be having down to sit and watch more than half an hour of Star Trek, of anything, whether it be movie, TV show, whatever. Even William Shatner is enough to send me into cold shivers going, no, please don't. Please don't. So, maybe I'm not as hardcore
Don't they
sci-fi
have, like,
fan. I
this
don't know.
huge war? That's something that's so funny to me in the sci-fi community. You'd think that everyone would be kind of coming together, but there's actually like a full-on war sometimes. Like you're either a Whovian, or I don't know what they call Star Wars fans. I really don't. So I'm sorry. So I'm not even going to make up a word for the simple fact of if you insult someone that is a sci-fi fan, they will go psycho bitch crazy.
Yeah. See,
And then you have the Trekkies, and ne'er the two shall meet.
yeah, Trekkies are like the ultimate of, weirdos. So,
But the funny thing is, if a star from, we'll say for the sake of argument, Star Trek meets, say, Doctor Who, people love it.
yeah, because everyone has that image in their head. Okay, if Kirk went up against who would win?
Who would win? Exactly.
So, it kind of, you put it through your head and you sort of process it a bit, and the Trek fans will think that, Kirk will win, and the Who fans think that Who will win, and when they meet, it's like,
It's so epic we can't even talk about it.
yeah.
Even. But Belinda, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Some people that dress up for these sci-fi conventions, they actually tend to develop fetishes for this type of thing.
Mm.
So I have to ask you, what is Or do you have any weird or even not so weird fetishes?
Let's see. I don't usually ever cosplay.